Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss p-value, which is one of the most important topic. Based on that, we decide whether we need to reject the null hypothesis or we need to accept the alternate one, or we can call it a fail to reject null hypothesis testing. So to understand what is null, what is alternate hypothesis, and what is hypothesis, please go through with the previous videos that I've already uploaded so that you can connect with this. So today we are going to talk about what exactly the p-value is, and I'll take the further. I'll describe you that how we are going to choose different statistical task tests to perform the hypothetical testing. So here, because whatever we do, whether we accept null or we fail to accept null, that's completely depend on the p-value. So p-value is simply the probability of null hypothesis to be true. We can call it. I have just used this picture to let you explain. This is the area and your basically the keyboard area where you touch the screen 100 times. Here you can see while you are operating your system or your computer. So you touch this area out of 80 times when you touch it for 100 times, and this is the place where we touch it like hardly once in 100 times. So in this area, the probability of touching this area, if we touch it once in 100 times, so that value p-value would be 0.01. So for this reason, the p-value will be 0.01, and I have taken some more pictures to it. Let me just go through with that part. In case you select this area, so the probability of the p-value for this area would be 0.8, because out of 100 times we touch it almost 80 times. So the probability for this touching this area is 80 times out of 100. So the p-value for this area would be 0.8 if it follows a normal distribution. So here with some more examples, if 10 out of 100 null hypothesis will be true, that means out of 10 cases where a null can be true, the p-value would be 0.1. And if it is 30 out of 100 null hypothesis will be true, here p-value would be 0.3. Exactly the same, if 5 out of 100 null hypothesis will be true, then p-value would be 0.05. That means if you are proving it and you give certain evidence to prove it, but still you are 95% confident that your alternate can be true, but still there is a significance level of 5 out of 100 that your null hypothesis will be true. So this is how we calculate and we understand the p-value. So p-value is the probability of null hypothesis to be true. Let me give you an example. For example, there is a company which is making the chocolate bars, or there's a candy machine and which makes the chocolate bars. So what happened? The average weight for one chocolate is let's say 5 gram, not point, let's say 5 gram. And what happened after the maintenance of that machine? One worker noticed that the particular machine is no longer making 5 gram. So what he does, he takes some random sample. How he decided that it's not making 5 grams? He must have checked that and calculated, and then he observed that this machine is not working fine and it's no longer making 5 gram. So what that person does, he randomly picks some chocolates from there and he weighed them, and he find it out that there is a huge difference. Sometimes the weight is 5.6, but sometimes the weight is 6 gram, then 7 gram. I mean, there is a difference between 5 and 7 gram. So he observed and tested it on multiple samples, and then he claimed that this particular machine is no longer making 5 gram. So once he says this, he should be 95% confident that machine is no longer making 5 gram. And how he can be 95% confident? Because he checked like most of the times, in 100 out of 95 cases, that machine was, the weight of that particular chocolate was not 5 grams. So in that case, the confidence level is 95%, but the significance level is 5%, because here still a 5% probability is there that null hypothesis can be true. I mean, the 5 out of 100 chocolates still can have a weight of 5 grams. So I hope it's clear to you that how we calculate it. So if your confidence interval is 95%, then the p value would be 0.05, and if it is 99, then the p value would be 0.01. So but basically we take at least we should be at least 95% confident, but in some of the cases we take it for 99% as well. For some critical things like in healthcare or medical emergencies, we take it 99% confident as well. So how we decided, if we are going to claim something and we are just proved something, and we give certain evidence, like whatever you said that your machine is making 5 grams, it's not true, and we have proved it with certain examples, but still we have 5%, there is a 5% significance that still few candies do have 5 grams as a weight. So in that case, your probability would be 5 out of 100. I mean, the p value would be 0.05. So the 5 out of 100 null hypothesis still can be true. So this is how we decide p value. I hope it's clear to you. In next session, I'll try to explain you like in which situation we should use which test, like chi-square test, t-test, one sample test, and ANOVA test. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you very much. Take care.